We are live. Thank you for coming on the Money GPS Live. Today we are going to talk about the eviction moratoriums ending. Thank you all for being on here on Instagram as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have an interesting one today. This is something that I've been talking about for a long time, it seems, and now we are here. So let's get into it, okay? I want to, of course, welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new to the channel, this is a different channel than most. You're going to see a lot of people out there who will just give you what you want to hear, and quite frankly, that's not going to help you. It's not going to help you to hear what the mainstream is putting out there. You want to know what the alternate information, or else how you're going to get a good balance between reality and fiction. All right. So I want to welcome all those coming on in. Of course, it's going to take a little time for people to get in the room. We got 40 people in the house already. We got people on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and so on. So welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. Today's main topic will be the eviction moratoriums, and you're welcome to ask any questions you want, of course, but I'm going to bring up, I have a couple slides that I will be including in tomorrow's video, okay? So tomorrow's video is going to be all about the eviction moratoriums ending, and so if you watch that, you're going to be able to get a good sense as to what's happening, but I will cover some of the points today really quickly, okay? All right. Sunday night GPS. Yes, yes, yes. That's right. We came here for the truth. Thank you for coming on in. What's up? Hello, everyone. One truth you all need to know is over a 5 to 10 year period, the stock market will 100% go up and up and up. That's right. Always the financial advice coming right here, right there. Financial advice. Till when, David? We got eviction moratoriums. Maybe they'll put them back in place, but I think that would require the Supreme Court. I'm not an expert on the subject, but certainly that is something that people should be aware of, that this is on right now. On Instagram, I came here for the truth. Thank you very much. All right. This is true for the past 100 years, so until proven wrong, market will always go up. The market goes up, but do the stocks always go up? Ask yourself that question. I came here for the truth. Thank you very much for doing that. Everybody on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, don't forget, get on those Twitters and Facebooks and everything, because I'm posting content different than the YouTube channel, so you definitely want to check it out. Stop petting the furry kittens and let's roll. Yes, yes, yes. All right. What's up? What's up to everybody? We're talking about eviction moratoriums today. That is the #1 topic for today. You're welcome to ask any question you'd like, but certainly that's front and center right now. I was talking about this for quite a while, and the media has been ignoring it. The average person was simply the average person who was aware of it, saying it's gonna be pushed off forever. It's not gonna happen. Even yesterday, people were saying it's not gonna happen. Well, we'll see what happens, because we're right in the middle of it today. All right. Hey, GPS, did you see the founder of Home Depot founder warning about hyperinflation? I did not, but thank you for letting me know, and I would definitely be taking a look at that. Hello from Italy. Thank you very much for joining me on Instagram. Thank you for your precious job. I appreciate that as well. Okay, everybody coming in, no matter where you are. I wonder if I can go live on TikTok. Let's do this. TikTok is the worst, the absolute worst platform possible, but I got to get the word out somehow. See if I could do this. Does anybody use TikTok in here? Doing any dance videos? Is anybody doing any dance videos? Let's see if that works. That'll do. TikTok, any dance videos? Hello, TikTok. Hello, let's do a piece for TikTok. They like that stuff. TikTok, welcome, welcome, welcome. Instagram, this is intense. I don't know if I can handle all three. All right, good stuff, guys. What does this mean for the housing market? It is huge for the housing market, guys. Eviction moratoriums, very important for the housing market, okay? Because if you start having all these people booted, now what's going on? What's the rent going to look like? What's going to happen? I mean, there's so many questions. I think this is really a problem for the debt situation. A lot of debt is coming through right now, and people are just going to, it's just going to now start. So basically, it's like sweeping something under the rug. You can sweep it under the rug, but you don't get rid of the problem. You don't get rid of the problem. That's what they've been doing for a year and a half now. So it's now starting to come up. Okay? This is big problem. All right. Awesome. If anybody hasn't seen the interview I did with Mr. K-Man Vlogs, highly recommend checking it out. We did an excellent interview. He is directly in Cayman Islands, and he gave us some great insight as to what's happening there. I would love to do interviews with different people from different parts of the world to give sort of, a ground, boots on the ground type of view of what they're seeing. Because yeah, articles and charts and everything, they're okay. But what does that mean for the real world, right? People want to know what's really going on. Okay, on Instagram, do you think the stock market will have another big crash like we saw in the Depression, or do you think the government will try and save it and print money to hold it up? So I think there's a natural, absolute pull down, a deflationary pull down that's happening today. And then there's this response by government with stimulus to prop it up. And of course, that cannot last forever. It is not a good thing long term, and it just cannot be sustained permanently. So where it goes from here, that's anyone's best guess. We'll see what happens though. All right. Canada, I'm not sure. The UK one, I had read about the UK one is next year. I'm not sure. But in Canada, as with many places, it is basically impossible to boot someone out of your home. And anyway, if anyone's aware of that, how that works, you got to understand. You can't get rid of them. All right. Everybody on TikTok, hello. We got, I think, 2 people on TikTok. We got a couple people on Instagram. Thank you all for being here. Today, we're going to talk about the eviction moratoriums. I think it's serious. Thank you for the support here. Star Fury, do you believe Congress planned all this along? Also, I invite you to join Clubhouse. Yeah, so I will. Okay, just to quickly answer that about Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse. I was doing Clubhouse every single day. And the maximum amount of people I ever had in a Clubhouse room was about 8. It just didn't happen for me. So, which is quite similar to my channel. Anyway, it doesn't get any attention. Do I think the Congress planned it? No, not necessarily. I don't know what's happening. Like, I can't really speculate what is occurring, but I could tell you that it is, there are a lot of questions. There are a lot of questions. That's all. I don't think that things don't make sense. Do you think rent prices will go down or up? I foresaw them to go up during this period, but that's speculation, and I wouldn't necessarily, put anything on that. If your doctor doesn't post on TikTok, it's probably not a real doctor. That's right, TikTok. What do you think of that? We got people in here today joining on the TikTok and on the Instagram. Thank you all for doing that. 30-day notice to quite right now in Connecticut. I served as a tenant. Even with the moratoriums over, you still need to wait 30 more days to file an eviction lawsuit with the court. Okay, interesting. So every area is probably going to have different rules and regulations and so on. But I do think that's important because, of course, for each area, it's probably going to be affected at a different rate and so on. So good to know. What's up, David? Thank you all for coming in. Any information on raising the debt ceiling, effects on the reverse repo limit? So I'll tell you now, right now, the debt ceiling, I have that up. Actually. Do we have enough people in here? 235? Okay, hold that thought. Hold that thought if you're still here with me, because I'm going to show you a bunch of different slides. So I'm going to try and pull all that stuff up. I got a lot of screens happening at one time. This is crazy. I got so many screens right now. But the debt ceiling, I do have an article about that. If you want, definitely just watch the video tomorrow where I'll cover more in depth. But for now, I am just going to touch on each point really quickly so you can kind of get a preview of what we're going to see in tomorrow's video. On this channel, unlike any other channel you will find, I cover information almost in real time. So I would highly recommend staying tuned and just read between the lines, okay? Because others will give you financial advice, and I don't think people who are intelligent really want the financial advice. I think they just want to think for themselves. On Instagram, are you invested in real estate? I don't talk about what I invest in personally, but I certainly believe that everybody should have real assets, and I think that you should diversify your assets as much as possible. Not diversify as in, oh yeah, I own tech stocks, but I also own whatever, utilities or something. All right. So I think we can do this. Let's share the screen. I'm way behind on the questions, by the way, so hold on to your questions, please. And I am going to talk about right here, 1 second. There we go. All right, hope you can see that, guys. Good stuff. Make sure you drink your water. TikTok, make sure you drink your water. Millions of Americans are at risk of eviction as moratorium expires. Do not forget. Absolutely don't forget how important this is. Look at this. Look at this stat. For everybody, I hope you can read this, guys. More than 15 million people in 6.5 million US households are currently behind on rental payments, collectively owing more than $20 billion to landlords. This is huge. And right now, people are starting to think to themselves, uh-oh, we've got an issue. So essentially, they talk about it earlier in this article, which I will cover in tomorrow's YouTube video. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell. Essentially saying right here, here we go. Last ditch request to Congress to extend the moratorium. They basically, the Congress met, nothing was done about it, okay? So I think that people should be aware of this. I think it should be front and center on everybody's mind because this is probably one of the biggest actions to take place since that period of time. Since, last year, essentially. Okay. So there was a super chat. I got to forward to that here. I came all the way from Australia for the truth. Awesome. Thank you for the support on there. Everybody, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, come over to YouTube. I'm doing the live stream there, and you can see the actual questions on the screen. So it might be a little better for you. Try to get everybody onto the YouTube to do that. All right, good stuff, everybody. Bring in your questions. Can't read that one on TikTok. Everybody on TikTok, hello. We're talking about the eviction moratoriums here. If you want to know about the eviction moratoriums, stick around. There's so much detail we need to cover. We have about 300 people on YouTube right now. Instagram, we got a few. Somebody's trying to get into the actual video. I won't add you into the video. And there's an audio. It says audio there. Can you hear me on Instagram? Can anybody hear me? All right. Hello, my friend. Hit that thumbs up. Yes, people, hit that thumbs up. 100 people have given a thumbs up, and then there's been over 1,000 people in here so far. Okay, there are tons of questions coming through the YouTube. Thank you for that. Money GPS, do you agree with Mike Martin's where he says another lockdown's coming in November? It's possible. I don't know if he has a crystal ball or something, but I sure would love to borrow that. Why isn't the media covering this? Yeah, maybe by tomorrow you're going to start to see some information on it, but they don't want to scare off investors, right? That's the whole point. You got to make sure investors stay in the markets. Whenever there's a little dip down in the markets, 1%, 2%, you will see a flood. Tell me right now, TikTok, you love to buy stocks. You love to buy on your Robinhood. Instagram, what about you? Do you see articles on CNBC and Bloomberg telling you why you should not worry about the drop in stocks? Immediately, there's a flood of articles. They are ready to go, and they just deploy them as soon as the markets come down. I'm telling you right now, TikTok doesn't like me to say that. Like there's only one person in here. Come on, let's go. This is funny. I should do some dancing. Get more people on. All right, hello. Essentially they could absolutely extend it now. They can go through and extend it now. That's possible, which they may do. But there's going to be big battle. Landlords aren't happy. People aren't happy. Is the Fed coin going to be a real thing? That's what many people have wondered. And I do think that, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But yeah, I mean, they could bring in some sort of, if they bring in some sort of, cryptocurrency, whatever they're going to call it, I don't know. I really don't understand why they would want a cryptocurrency. They don't, like, you're going to skip over the banks and you're going to have the Federal Reserve dealing directly with the people. Seems unlikely, but possible. Certainly possible. Buy the dip. That's right. Stock market's closed, but you got to buy it. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you. I bought some guacamole dip. It was the truth. That's right. You gotta have some guac, guys. Who loves guac? Who loves guacamole? Who loves avocados? Hit that thumbs up if you love avocados. Instagram, do it. TikTok, come on. Hit that thumbs up if you love avocados. Hit that. YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We have 150 thumbs up. Come on, avocados, give me a thumbs up. Let's do it. Let's do it up here. New Jersey just extended. Interesting. All right. Guacamole, love them. Thumbs up. There we go. I'm late to the party, but I was curious where you believe oil prices will continue to rip up higher. For the time being, yes. I believe all commodities can go higher from this point. Are they going to? I don't know. But absolutely they can go higher from this point, just simply because of the inflationary pressures that we're seeing all over the place. Especially if you have tensions right now, which there can't talk about on the channel, but of course there are increased tensions that just happened. Was it today or the day before? Over in the Middle East. So that can absolutely put additional pressure on oil prices. Yes, 1 a day or 3 a week avocados, guacamole. All right. Made it to the live chat. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button, TikTok like button, Instagram like button. I only saw your headline. Can you speak on the Goldman Sachs prediction on cars? So according to Goldman Sachs, they believe that the peak for used car prices has been achieved back in June. And they used data from, I think it was the Department of Labor and someone else. And it essentially just said that the peak was in June and now it's starting to come down. However, new prices may continue to escalate because of the chip shortage and so on. We'll see what happens, but that's what Goldman Sachs is saying. Okay, so by the way, for those on YouTube and TikTok and so on, you got to get on to, you absolutely need to get onto the Facebooks right here, Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and all those, because I'm posting on those every day, multiple times a day. And what I am planning on doing is including every single day sort of a this is going to happen tomorrow, like in terms of, okay, the Federal Reserve meeting tomorrow, like I'll give you that warning the day before it happens. Is there value in that? Let me know, please. YouTube, Instagram. If it's, for example, a Fed meeting, jobs numbers, like whatever's like the important thing of tomorrow, I'll put like the top like 3 things. Then there's going to be a post about that. So you just got to tune in. You grab your phone, you look at your Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, whatever your favorite one is, and you're going to know what the top 3 things of tomorrow's trading session is going to be. Anything of note, top 3 things. Let me know if that's useful to you. Awesome. Okay. Instagram's loving it. The guac GPS. I love me some avocados. Yes, I would want to see the important thing of tomorrow. Yes. Fourth Industrial Revolution. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Is that the Fourth Industrial Revolution? Somebody on TikTok is saying Alibaba. They love Alibaba. All right. If you like it, enjoy it. Banks freezing funds. Any financial institution can do this if they declare an emergency. Yes, they can. They can. Renting becoming nationalized? No, I don't think so. I think institutions will be nationalized. There will be a lot of there will be some bank failures and so on. And look what happened with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, right? We're talking about trillions of dollars worth. So they're willing to absorb any amount in terms of dollar value. So don't think something is too big to be nationalized. That's for sure. Good idea for the important thing a day before. Good, good. I'm trying to bring the maximum possible value to you. That's why I'm doing these lives. I'm trying to bring people in that have maybe never heard of me because they like to prioritize live videos. I'm trying to bring out these different posts on Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and all these different things. Try to get people from all the different social medias. Look, I've already got 300 people in the room right here. I think that's pretty good. I want to thank you all for coming in. We are talking about the eviction moratoriums. That is the topic of the day. Great work, bro. Shout out to Richard Grove, Grand Theft World, and Autonomy Crew. I don't know who that is, but of course, shout out to you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the support. Kittens, kittens, kittens. Honestly, I thought that was funny from the live stream, and it makes sense. Yes. Gotta have some kittens. Okay. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Let's talk about it. TikTok, I'm not going to dance for you, but I will talk about it. Okay, Instagram, I see your question over here. So we'll talk about that. That's commodities. Right now, we are going to talk about gold, silver, platinum, palladium. Okay, so the top 2, no doubt in my mind, not for the performance, but for their historical value as money, gold and silver are optimal. Okay. However, platinum and palladium have their place. They are precious metals. They are important. They've got industrial uses and so on. That's key. Now, as far as gold and silver goes, I think that they are fantastic for their purpose. They're a hedge against inflation. They are also used in industry. They're used in jewelry. People, they associate everything with a current price and then a future price. I think this is a huge mistake. That's not how you should value an asset. It's not how you should value an asset. You should look at it as in what is why do I want this particular asset? What does it bring to me? The real estate, stocks, cryptos, businesses, paper assets, whatever, they each have their own benefits, their own negatives, pros and cons, okay? Do not think one is better than the other. One might have a reason is better than the other one at a certain attribute for a certain reason. Real estate and business has many, many tax advantages, but certainly it takes a long time to build a successful business. You can buy a stock in an instant, right? Different situation. You could sell a stock as long as there's liquidity in an instant. you can't exactly sell a business in an instant. Might take 90 days, might take longer. All right. So my thoughts on it in general is it is broader than what most people will say. However, I think it's important to understand the benefits of precious metals. I have videos. Okay, obviously I wrote about them in my books, but I have done videos about precious metals. Like previously, if you just type in gold, the money GPS, you'll probably find them. In terms of commodities, yeah, we talked about this over here. So on Instagram, do you think commodities will perform like lumber with the supply chain disruptions and the catch-up game to the high demand, spiking prices and huge pullback when inventory bloats? Yeah, so I think catch-up game to the high demand, we can absolutely see much higher prices in commodities. Goldman Sachs has called this the commodity super cycle. If that is in fact the case, it's going to be some serious increase in the price. There's no doubt about it. Okay. In terms of can it come down dramatically? Absolutely, because anything that rises up very fast can come down very fast. Look at the example of lumber, like you mentioned there. Okay. Everybody, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. We only have 200 likes for some reason here. Let's get those numbers up, because that's going to signal to the algorithm that this is a good channel, this is a good live. So please do that. You're helping me out. Come on, 206. Let's go. 211. How high can we get this? Can we get this to 500? Come on. $218, $227. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't make me bring the kittens in yet. It's only been 26 minutes. We're not ready for kittens. Awesome. Whoever's on TikTok, thank you for still being here. There's one person on TikTok, 8 people on Instagram. Everybody is on the YouTube right now. A couple people on Facebook and so on. All right. All right, 242 likes. That was a boost. Still not everybody though. Need your help, guys. Need your help. All right. Thanks for everything, GPS. Appreciate you being here. One person on TikTok. Yeah, 1 or 2 people. Let's see. 2 people on TikTok. I'm following you. If you're on TikTok, I'm following you. Good stuff. Hey, everybody coming back on. I recognize the names. What's up? Thank you, TikTok. What's up, bro? Thank you, Ryan, for being here. Crank that like button, people. Come on. Let's do it. I'm just reading through the comment section. This is crazy. This is hectic. I'm on literally 5 different platforms at once right now. So, bear with me. That's why this thing has to go on an hour and a half, because I'm all over the place. But I appreciate you being here. Any questions you have, whether you're on TikTok or Facebook or Twitter or wherever other platform I'm on, I can't even remember. You got to ask your questions. I'll answer those questions. All right. Smash that like button. Talk about multitasking. Dave doing a show on 3 platforms, 5 platforms, 5 platforms. All right. Yes, yes, yes. I'm only allowed to give 1 thumbs up. Sorry, David. All right. No worries. I am on the YouTube. Thank you, David, for being here. Appreciate the support. Coming on in. 5 platforms, yes. All right, the debt ceiling. Debt ceiling. What happens if it gets filibustered or a solid no from conservatives? Yeah, that's the question. We got this debt ceiling coming in right now, and I had brought up that article. I don't know if anybody. I don't think I covered that. I will be covering it, by the way, in tomorrow's video. So definitely stay tuned. I had it right here too. I have about 50 tabs open, as usual. If anybody hasn't seen the Money GPS before, you know that this is like, it's just the maximum amount of data in the shortest period of time. And one of the things that has hurt the channel's performance over the years has been that I have not come off as a guru, and the gurus, whether we like it or not, they get the most attention. So I'm just not willing to do that. I'm just willing to tell you that I'm a student like everybody else. Okay, I am a student like everybody else, and that's the way it is. TikTok, thank you very much. Thank you for coming on in. I'm following everybody on TikTok. I'm following you. Stay, stay whatever it is that people on TikTok do. Let's do this. I'm going to show you right now about the debt ceiling. If I could find this. Hang on a second, guys. There we go. All right. Can you guys see this? Let's see if we can see this. Where else are you streaming? Any links? Yeah, Ryan, I am on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to me already, please do on there. I come on every night at 9 o'clock. Yes, I don't take a break on the weekend. I'm on YouTube. Just search for @TheMoneyGPS. Okay, everybody on YouTube, if you can see this right here, missed debt ceiling deadline kicks off high stakes fight. We will see what happens here, but you can see the legal limit on how much debt the US government can owe was reimposed on Sunday, kicking off a high stakes battle. We will see what happens, of course. I don't know how this is all going to unfold, but ultimately what happens historically is that they just raise it. They always just raise it, but there's usually this period of time in between where they say, well, we're not going to do it. Yes, we're going to do it. And then they just fight back and forth, and that's about it. It doesn't really do anybody any good, ultimately. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll cancel that. Back to me. All right, good stuff. All right, TikTok. Hey, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Going to see my wife with my newborn. Awesome. Congrats. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for coming on in. Chinese stock. Somebody mentioned a Chinese stock. I don't know anything about that particular stock. But certainly there's a lot of Chinese stocks that have been beaten down severely in the recent past. So we'll see what happens. It could be a kind of a buy the dip mentality. What I usually look for, this is if you want to know some insight into the Money GPS, the mad scientist, the Money GPS, how to look for stocks. The first thing you want to know is it risk on mentality? If it's risk on mentality, equities look very healthy and good. One of those indicators is what's happening with cryptocurrencies. If cryptocurrencies are going up, you generally see the market cap rising. It may not be going all into Bitcoin or Ethereum, but you look at the market cap rising, that gives you an indication that there is risk on. And so then that money will also potentially be moving into equities as well. I wouldn't use that to necessarily just buy off of that, but that's something important to understand. Greetings from Peru. Awesome. Thank you very much. Good stuff, guys. All right. Debt ceiling, let's talk the reverse repo. Limit is 1.3 trillion. We're at 1.1 trillion. Effects on the market broadly. I don't know. They can raise it. They can raise it as much as they want. They can increase these things to any number that they want. There's no doubt about it. No doubt in my mind. Do you have a chart that shows what tends to trend during each part of a market cycle? I should do a video about that. I've seen them before. I know I've shown charts like that before, but I don't know where to find one right now. Hello, everybody. Join in on Instagram. 11 people in here, 6 people on TikTok. Thank you. I don't do dancing, but I bring you the information. All right. On Instagram, do you think it's better to buy Chinese tech stocks denominated in yuan or dollars with the New York Stock Exchange? It's a whole different world. One of the I don't know if you want to call it positives, but certainly potential advantages to owning a stock in a different country is to have it denominated in another currency. So you're taking advantage of a diversification of currencies, which could be beneficial. It may not work out, but certainly diversification is good in general. Okay, we got some spam on the YouTube. Please stop that. Completely unnecessary. I haven't banned anybody, but please just stop that. It's making it very difficult on me. I already got 5 platforms going on once. TikTok, don't you go anywhere. Instagram, we got 10 people in here. And we got 333 people on the YouTube. 300 likes. Good stuff, guys. Thank you all for coming on in here. All right. Trying to read through these. Greetings from Ontario. Is real estate in Canada, is it a good idea for investment? In general, I would say yes. Okay. But right now we have such a big bubble. And then typically I would have said, so you are, doesn't say where exactly, greetings from Ontario. So if you look at areas like, you would know what I'm talking about, London, St. Catharines, Kitchener, Waterloo, right? All these places, the smaller towns and cities, they would have been sort of a good buy at some point because hey, they're the rents are reasonable, but the prices are still relatively low. And look today, the prices have skyrocketed to the point where no longer are you able to get it at a reasonable price for the ratios. I mean, it's better than somewhere like right in the GTA or like Toronto core or whatever, but it doesn't make sense anymore. Like it has to cash, if it can cash flow day one in general, like if you want me to like dumb it down to one sentence, if the property cash flows on day one, it is a good buy. That's an oversimplification, but that's the way it's got to be, okay? All right, thank you very much, Susan. Appreciate your support on that. When do you plan to upload your videos for planning and investing ideas for people of all economic levels? Yes, I've been planning it up in here first, then it has to go on paper, then it has to go into a presentation. So it's gonna be a little while, but absolutely stay tuned. I was gonna kind of record them all at once and then drop one video per day, but maybe I won't do that. We'll see. I just wanted it to kind of be like in succession, just like have it go one. It'll make more sense like that to the viewer. But stay tuned for it, okay? So let me just say, everybody in the house right now, TikTok, I'm talking to you. If you've got $100, if you've got less than $100, the number one thing you can do is go to Craigslist and Kijiji and look for what you got on there every single day and see if you can resell it. There's so much stuff on Craigslist and Kijiji, you have no idea. And even stuff that's really cheap too. I know somebody personally, he might be in the chat right here, that bought, so for number one, he got beautiful interlocking for his backyard completely free. The only one stipulation was that, hey, you got to come to my house, you got to pick it up. That's it. And you got to pick up all of them. You can't just take what you need. So he loaded up his car a few times, brought him home, like $1,000 worth of material for free. Now, of course, he had to install it himself and this and that. Yeah, I get that. But isn't that fantastic? Now he could have turned around and just sold it. This is money to be made, TikTok. Why aren't you doing that? Instagram, same with you. Make your money. The money is out there. The money is out there for you. That's what I would do. If I had $100 or less, and I'll be talking about that in the video, I would absolutely go to Craigslist and Kijiji for my area every single day and see what I can do. Think creatively. People aren't just going to just hand out money. Okay, so stay tuned for that. It's coming. All right, awesome. Awesome. Thank you for the support, James. Appreciate that. Let's read the question. I think Fed comes up with the Fed coin and makes it illegal to buy and sell crypto. I don't think so. To be honest with you, I do not think so. I think that what they can do, if you want to just get rid of cryptos, like if you want to make them to the point where nobody cares about them anymore, you simply have to make it extremely difficult for it to move from where people have their money today, right now, in the exchanges, and like they can't regulate the actual cryptocurrencies. Okay, they have no regulation on them, maybe on the stable coins and so on. But they can't do this for the Bitcoins because they exist on the internet, but they can do so on the exchanges. And that's some information I found out today. If you guys haven't heard about this already, stay tuned to the Money GPS because I will talk about this. What we're seeing already is that in the US, there might be a point in time in which these exchanges get basically brutalized in the US to the point where nobody wants to do business on US exchanges. Okay, new information's coming on the Money GPS. Stay tuned for that. Have you heard about that? Has anybody heard about that? There's some serious intel coming through. We'll see what happens. I don't like to necessarily talk about rumor. Like if you notice this channel, it's not speculative. Okay, I just bring you the data every day. And people don't like that because they want to hear about a future. And then certain people associate it with that. So if I would have done that with gold, for example, gold 50,000, gold 50,000, gold 50,000, I just kept showing you different evidence about gold 50,000, the channel would have been big, and there would have been a lot of people from the gold that love gold and are invested in gold joining the channel, or stocks. S&P 10,000, S&P 10,000. Just keep pushing that out. People who love stocks, they would love the channel. But because it's just data, and you have to read in between the lines to decide what you want to do for yourself, channel hasn't progressed. TikTok. Who's on here on TikTok? I'm following you, all of you. Everybody on TikTok. Look, somebody just ran away. TikTok, don't leave. But I'm not dancing. Okay? I'm telling you right now. I'm not dancing. Good stuff. Everybody that's joining in on TikTok, everybody that's on Instagram. The only person, maybe there's more, that does 5 simultaneous lives every single day. Every single day. All right? Craigslist what? Somebody said on Instagram. I don't know if that's a joke or something. Who owns the central banks? There are shareholders of the central banks, particularly the Federal Reserve. Are you allowed to know who the shareholders are? Nope. It's a private institution, so you're not allowed to know. Yes, Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets is a great resource. I agree. Bigger Pockets, everybody listening, great resource. Money is created out of thin air. The biggest difference between the rich and the poor is the rich print it, the poor have to earn it. It's true. Do you accept any crypto? That would be applicable to your platform basic attention token. Yes, I am on Brave. People donate to me through the Brave browser. So you can check that out if anybody wants to donate on there. I will accept that. I used to have a link for donations on cryptos, but I changed my website and I haven't put it back on. So definitely stay tuned for that, okay? How can I double 20,000? So I don't know how to, so I can't, that's financial advice, basically. That's what you're asking. But I will do a video about what to do with 10,000, what to do with 100,000 and so on. How can I protect my identity itself? Whenever you're online, every single one of your devices should be protected by a VPN. I think that's the most simple thing. Is a VPN perfect? Probably not, no. Would I still use it? Yes. Somebody pretending to be a different Michael Saylor. Go to casino to double your money. Yeah. Came here for the truth, stay for the host. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Everybody in the house, hit that thumbs up button. This is one of the very few that you will get actual access to the person running the channel, doing everything here right now, trying my absolute best to answer every question people have, to make sure that people have the knowledge that they need to succeed. And that is within the economy. I do videos. Awesome. For those who are on TikTok and on YouTube, I appreciate that, supporting me there. Think about this. A vast majority of people don't understand that there's a difference between the stock market and the economy. If I say global economic collapse, and people say, the stock market's going up, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? I'm reporting you. I'm subscribing from you. I get that all the time. They don't know. They literally don't know the difference. I don't understand why. I would send you, thank you for the support, John. I would send you back, but I would imagine that you would prefer to do what you want with the money. It's all good. I can convert it to fiat. But thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Is somebody spamming the channel? Oh, I see. I see. You are one of the best. Thank you, Jack. I just try to bring out as much information as I can. So. All right, guys. We're talking about the eviction moratorium. Today, we are looking at what has been happening recently, and I think it's important. I think it's really important for people to address the severity of this as it relates to the economy, because a lot of people today, I brought up, let me just read it. I won't show you the screen. I already showed you earlier. If you want, definitely check it out. We're looking at more than 15 people are currently 15 million people are behind on rental payments. 15 million people. $20 billion are owed to landlords. Is that going to end well? I don't think so. So you can push it another 6 months, push it another year. What's the end result? It's not good. I saw a super chat in here. There we go. Broncos, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. TikTok, I'm looking at you. What's going on? Make sure to get, your vids are amazing. Thank you. Are you talking about TikTok vids or YouTube vids? Who is that in here? I'm doing, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen my TikTok, Instagram videos that I do every single day, I'm bringing out now, I'm trying to commit to 3 TikTok, Instagram, Facebook stories, the stories pages. And I am going to try to bring it out on YouTube, what's it called? YouTube stories as well. So I'm going to try to just post them on all the different platforms so that it's just the best use of my time. And they're just like super short, 30-second, less than a minute, really good pieces of information. So you get like one basic point. It's spread over a 30-second, 60-second thing. You get the data, graphics and emojis and all this kind of thing that are there. It's going to be really good. If you guys haven't got on there already, I appreciate that. I'll subscribe on your YouTube. Thank you very much for that. I agreed. TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok stuff. I'm posting on there every day, guys. If you haven't joined me already, please do, on whatever your platform is, get on there because there's so much information that I'm bringing out. USD is confetti. The only thing given it value is people's confidence in it. Yes, that's with any currency, with absolutely any currency. We are live currently on 5 different platforms right now. I hope everybody's aware of that. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got YouTube, we've got Twitter, we got Facebook. Everybody from all over the world right now, literally from Australia or all the way around. People are coming in and out. We have already seen 3,500 people come in this room. This is one of the comment section of the Money GPS is extremely valuable, in my opinion, more valuable than anything else, because you've got people from all around the world, and we are actually sourcing information with boots on the ground everywhere. So I really appreciate everybody and all the information that you give in the comment section. That's very valuable. It's not like, oh, the guru is standing up in front of everybody telling you what's going on. No. If you could see that, read that. Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and everybody. Aim higher. Aim higher. What does that mean? That means to me that whatever you are doing, try to do better. Try to be a better person. Try to help your neighbors. Hold the door open for people. You see somebody drop something on the floor, pick it up. Ask them if you could pick it up. Do things for your neighbors. If you got a lawn and you cut the grass and you always, stop it at your property because, you don't want to do your neighbor's property, do your neighbor's property. Help him out, even if he doesn't give you anything in return. This is what life is about. We got to help each other as much as we possibly can. Let's do it. Let's set the example of positivity. When people email you, you reply to them. When people say hello to you, you reply to them. Don't be like some of these other people out there that are too good for everybody else. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm so tired of people with their nose up in the air like this. They think that everybody's too good for one another. No. We need a sense of community. We need to join together. We need to understand that some people are having a tough time and we need to help them out. We need to do what we can. If we have $2 in our pocket, we got to give one to the neighbor, okay? Maybe you got a bad neighbor, but you don't understand what I'm saying, right? We got to help each other out. That's the point. That's the point here, okay? Let me know what you think about that. Doesn't cost anything to be nice. Absolutely. I find it weird. People don't, I know there's difference in cultures and so on, but if you see people, be nice to them. I don't understand what the big deal is. Community is my fourth pillar. Good stuff. Richard Werner, theory of money creation? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Businesses are underfunded. Some businesses don't need any funding. Some businesses are just you. But who knows? Instagram says, I need to know how to move precious metals out of the US to get a better growing economy. Turkey, Georgia, Malaysia, screw the US. You want to move your precious metals out? There are companies that will do that. Probably Brinks will do that for you. Create trust to protect your assets? Certainly. Why not? Acknowledging people's existence is the base of grace. Good stuff. We are all in this, somebody said. Yes, I do agree with that. All right. I was reading something about the infrastructure bill, that they snuck something in there that has absolutely nothing to do with it. I can't remember at the top of my head, but it was unbelievable. People think they see like the Patriot Act and they think, well, if you got to be patriotic, if you don't support it, you're not patriotic. Like, people don't understand what's inside these bills. It's crazy. Oh, was it something about the crypto? I think it was. Yeah, that was it. Everybody watching right now. So this is inside of the infrastructure bill. They snuck something in, as they always do. It was something to do with regulating the crypto exchanges. Okay? You tell me if you heard that anywhere else. Love the channel. Thank you, John, for your support. Ban the spammer. Okay, you got one chance, Con. He says he will not spam now. All right. Yeah, it's only, if I can't get to your question, like, the chances of me being able to get to your question is very difficult these days. There's just so many people, 346 people in the house right here. Hit those thumbs up button. Come on, TikTok. What's going on here? Hit the thumbs up. Hit that like button. All right. Yes, people are saying that it took this issue here of 2020, can't say the name, to help each other. Yes. I invest 98% 401k on GE stock for long term. What are your thoughts on GE stock for long term? 98%? I would not be putting my money all in like that. Certainly. What are my thoughts on that particular stock? I don't know enough about it, so I can't tell you about that particular stock, but I would definitely suggest a little bit more diversification. I could just say that. If you're on TikTok, thank you for being here. Same with Instagram, thank you. If you join me on the YouTube, you'll be able to see the questions on the screen itself, but I'm just doing this just to add to the fun. I got 5 platforms going at once. Thank you all for being here today. We are talking primarily about the eviction moratoriums, the debt ceiling, and of course, all of the different things that are happening today. I am looking forward to seeing if the reverse repos exceed that 1 trillion again, or was it just a fluke? We'll see. Supposedly, if it continues on the pace that it has been so far, the reverse repos will hit $2.5 trillion by the end of the year. I've talked extensively about what the reverse repo is. I did videos about it, literally mentioning it multiple times, and then people comment on those videos and say, what is the reverse repo? I don't know if they just get into the video immediately and then start commenting without watching the video, but I don't know. I've explained it many times before. So thank you all for coming on the lives here. We've got TikTok. More people are joining the TikToks. No dancing on this TikTok, guys. Apologies for that. And Instagram. but you will get some info. You will get some good info. We're talking about the eviction moratoriums. I think that's really key because right now you're going to see this start to go through the courts. It's going to start to happen, right? So just because it's right now, eviction moratorium ban is gone, doesn't mean they can't implement something. They're obviously going to have to at least make it look like they're doing something, or maybe they'll give people an extra bonus, right? We can't agree to the eviction moratorium extension, but we can give people $1,000 or what have you, and that's kind of their way of, letting everybody keep going for a little while. You do see a boost in the economy as soon as the stimulus goes out to people. That is really, really key. And of course, it doesn't resolve anything, but it certainly puts a lot more money into stocks. What do you think about Billy G and Buffett dumping stocks and buying farmland? Well, they're not really dumping stocks per se, but certainly they've bought farmland, especially Billy G. Billy G bought some big thing. I mentioned this before, and everybody on the YouTube, if you check this out, I believe, so there's an ulterior motive for sure. We can't talk about it on the channel, obviously, but I think realistically, if you look at, let's just take Bezos, for example. The guy has like 98% of his wealth in Amazon stock. Okay, so you see, yeah, he's worth $200 billion, but if Amazon stock was worth nothing tomorrow, the guy would have just a couple $1 billion. Okay, still a lot of money, obviously, but you see what I'm saying here. So just bear in mind how that works. So I think it's about diversifying, and he's doing so in like the exact opposite thing. So no, not a tech stock, but farmland. And I also believe that they are buying into a much more long-term trend, and they realize that the hype of tech stocks cannot last forever. There's going to be a period where they're definitely much lower, and so you get into the farmland when it's cheap, or at least cheaper than it will be at some point. There's no doubt in my mind that farmland and any sort of land is going to have its value, and it would just maintain value more so than, oh, I want it to appreciate so much, right? That's kind of somebody with a very small amount of money. When you have billions of dollars, now you got to realize that there's much more at stake here. All right, good stuff. Everybody on TikTok, welcome to the channel. From YouTube to TikTok, you bring the truth. Yes. I am doing videos every single day. Check your TikTok every day. Check your Instagram every day. Your stories, your Facebook stories, YouTube stories. I'm posting more content than anybody, and I'm even doing it live. I'm trying to reprogram the algorithm because actually, if you look at the YouTube channel, it has flatline, no growth whatsoever, despite all of this activity. So I'm doing a desperate attempt right here to try to boost it. I got no one helping. That's just the way it is. But what can you do? So that's why when you give a thumbs up, you're literally helping the channel out. And I don't just mean temporarily. I mean trying to give it that surge, trying to give it that go. All right, let's see what we got. Shadow band. Yeah, so the way it works is, yes. So let me tell you, yes, but the term shadow ban isn't something that they actually use. What they call it is authority. So they have, like, on TikTok, I'm looking at you, there's 4 levels of authority on TikTok. So you have these 4 levels, and when you're at the bottom, you won't show up anywhere except to your current followers. And then you move up, and then the very top tier is like for the super, the highest level people. So on YouTube, I'm basically probably in one of the bottom 2 levels. Okay, so you can get yourself out of those levels. It is possible, but you got to retrain the algorithm. But if you bring in enough outside traffic, if you get enough likes, if you get enough people sharing it, then it does retrain the algorithm. You stay all good. You don't give any problems to the platform and so on. You will be pushed higher. But because not enough people do the thumbs up, and not enough people comment, and not enough people share the videos, ultimately it doesn't bring that traffic in, and your authority stays at the bottom. That's what happens. So like some people do see me out there, like the notification does come, but a lot of people don't. And if a lot of people don't, can't get new viewers in because they're not sharing and so on. It's just the way it is. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. The Florida Murphys, excellent. Lots of cheap farmland here in the Southwest. Bring your own water. Yes, yes, yes. Create a kitten sanctuary, then go public via SPAC channel will go viral. Yes. It wouldn't it wouldn't surprise me. The Money GPS is also shadowed. Scroll through the comments on the video. Yep. Debt ceiling was just raised. Can anyone confirm? I haven't seen that. I checked just before going live 1 hour ago and did not see that at all, but it's possible they changed that. I'm a new subscriber. I wanted to tell you thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. The people coming in all the time, and I just want you to know that I'm trying to do my best to bring out the details for you, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you all. We have 364 people in the house right now. Thank you all for coming on in. I will go for a little bit longer, try to answer all your questions. Yeah, I'm very close to the North Pole, living in my bunker in the Arctic Circle. Great info. Thank you. Chances of the U.S. defaulting on their debt. I think they'll likely default in a different way, meaning that they will simply pay with confetti. So the U.S. will likely pay with confetti because that's the easy way to go. Instagram, thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate you coming on in. All right. Evictions is the story of the day. Ring that bell. Yes, when you subscribe to the channel, you got to hit the bell, and I believe there are options underneath that bell. When you go to my channel, you hit the subscribe. Beside that, there's the bell, and there's actually a couple options that say notify me every time. You will get notified every time. I'm considering the potential of creating an app. The app would then allow people to get notified about what they want to hear. So maybe they don't want certain things. That's a whole different story. And then they can have more control over that. And I could have more control. I think that's the main point. Hard assets versus paper dollars. I want to get rid of the confetti. Yeah, I mean, obviously, 100%. Hard assets all the way. I think for everybody, TikTok, I know they love this. Swing trading. Look at swing trading. Don't try to be the next Warren Buffett, okay? Learn the skill of swing trading properly. You do a paper trading account first. Get used to that. Get used to that. And then you could learn the big deal, actual real hardcore investing. And I think that'll be better later on. Okay, let's see what we got here. Thank you for the great channel. What will happen to the USA if the dollar is no longer a reserve currency? Well, I mean, what happened to the UK, right? What happened to Great Britain? What happened to the pound sterling? It's still there. Thank you, Broncos, for your support. Shadowban, or whatever the newest term there's a reason we have 70% of all the lawyers in the world. Yeah, unfortunately, they, in this case here, they really don't do anything. Not that they can't do anything. They try, but the protections in place are there for a reason. You've heard of all this stuff going on behind the scenes. The information gets leaked out, and then, they go to sue, and they just say, no, not true. Nothing's going on. Don't worry about it. You can't do anything to these big companies. They have unlimited resources, and they have immunity. Bunker in the Arctic Circle. I don't know if that was a joke. Maybe it was. All right. We got another. Thank you. Did you see the Gravitas video about the new laws in Scotland that will force people to sell their property? I didn't hear about that. My goodness. I didn't see that, Alex. Thank you for the support, by the way. I didn't see that, but nothing. I wouldn't. Anything is possible today. Really, it's crazy. Truly. Con Gaming, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Kitten time. Are we there, guys? Are we there for the kittens? You guys want to do this? They're talking about the renter moratorium right now in real time. Apparently, debt ceiling was just raised. Yeah, I don't know about that. If anybody knows about that, please put it on. I can't search right now while I'm doing the live, but definitely some key intel. I'll try to bring it out. See, that's the thing about doing my video. If I do it now, I post in the morning, it might already be old news by the morning. So maybe I won't be able to include that, but we'll see. Yes. We're getting yes. All right. Kittens time it is, guys. If you're on TikTok, I'm doing kittens. I got kittens going on. You're missing out. All right, here we go. It's time for the kittens. Anybody who makes it past the 1 hour mark, you're here for the kittens. Let's be honest. You're here for the kittens. Instagram, you're not seeing the kittens. How are you protecting your portfolio from the inevitable disaster? I don't talk about what I do specifically, but I would tell you that historically, those who are more diversified and those who have hedges against inflation and hold real assets fare best in an inflationary environment. That's what I'll tell you. Anyone in the chat? Yes, if anybody knows what's going on with the debt ceiling, you're welcome to post it in there. Yes, yes, yes. Do you think we'll see a commercial real estate crash due to the vacant stores? I honestly don't know how it survived this long. There are government programs and so on. But yeah, you're just like, what we know for sure, everybody listening, check this out. So we know this for sure. If you look statistically at what's been happening right now with commercial real estate, a lot of these different companies in the big towers occupying so much of the vertical real estate in any major city. They've got the banks, they've got the insurance companies and so on. All of these businesses are telling their employees, we don't need that many people to be at work, going forward in the future. So what does that mean? Okay, that means less people are going to be in the downtown cores, in the busy places, and they are ultimately going to have less people that are walking around, going to restaurants on lunchtime, buying their coffee, going to the little, businesses and this and that. So those businesses will suffer as well because look, a lot of cities, they have a downtown core that is kind of dead. It's kind of like the financial districts and so on, that they're basically dead as soon as it's, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, boom, it's a ghost town. So what happens to these businesses? A lot of them are just going to reduce real estate. There's going to be a lot less need for this, and the derivatives are going to feel that impact. I don't know how long they could push it off for. Stephen, thank you very much for your support. Tim says the eviction moratorium was extended. Very interesting. That didn't take long. That's the case. Earl says, yep, it's over. I don't invest in anything. I just buy and hold. I'm not sure that makes any sense, but if anybody wants to look at that financial advice, you're welcome to. Eviction, thank you for the support. Eviction moratoriums ending as a federal mandate, but blue states are throwing a wrench in. Example, New Jersey governor extended evictions until January 2022. Interesting. Okay. I want to see what happens here. Let's see what we can find. Information is going to be coming out like crazy over the next 12, 24 hours. So many commercial landlords are just leaving anchor stores around until someone else can come and the tenant pays up. Yeah. How much default rates do you expect will happen in evictions and foreclosures? I really don't know. I mean, they can extend it further, but then now we're starting to punish the landlords. We're starting to punish the lenders. And then that has its own consequences as well. None of it is good. None of it is good. You want people working. You want a strong economy. You want to have a real middle class where people can actually make stuff and build stuff and sell stuff and do things that ultimately, generate everything, generate income and generate, more GDP essentially. They're not helping the homeless, apparently. That's for sure. Hey, from Amsterdam. Awesome. Great place, great city. Top 3 hard assets to hold. Hard to tell. But if you can hold them in your hand, that's a hard asset, okay? I don't want to get into financial advice specifically, but you can look at real estate. You can look at gold, silver, platinum, palladium. I consider a business actually to be a real asset. Businesses, in my opinion, are real assets. You could sell that business. If you have an Amazon business, you can then sell that to a company like, my goodness, I'm drawing a blank right now. Thrasio. Thrasio will buy your Amazon business, and there's many others. They're aggregators, they call them, or they have different names. But certainly you can find out more about that if you're interested. But real businesses, they're real assets. Awesome. You helped me develop into this smart, rational investor I am today. Thank you. I want to thank you for what you do. I've been a huge fan of yours for years now. Thanks. I appreciate that. On the Instagram too. You got to give that thumbs up. Don't forget, thumbs up over here on the Instagram. We got 8 people on Instagram, 4 people on TikTok, and a lot of people on the YouTube. 5,200 people have come through this room already today. We are 1 hour and 12 minutes into it. I'm going to try to bring as much information as I can in tomorrow's video. I'm sure by the time I bring it out, by the time it's actually posted and people are watching it, the information is going to change, but who knows? What can I do? Yeah, I showed Louis Rossman. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I did show a piece of one of his videos, just like a screenshot of it, just showing like the empty stores and stuff. Yeah, I did see that in doing some searching, but I will definitely, if I can, I want to try to get him in, maybe do an interview. Stocks are also real assets. If they increase in value over time, it is an asset. No, that's not what a real asset is. It's a paper asset. It might be an asset, but it's not a real asset. It's like real asset, like tangible, like physical. When you're nice, people think you're after something. Yeah, Paul, I don't know. I guess people are skeptical today. Nobody nice is left in the world. I think that, like I've been on social media now for 10 years, posting all the time. It's a very different world than if you are like just viewing stuff. You're not actually actively posting content on social media. I've been on here for 10 years and I don't use social media. Like I only post on it. I don't actually use the social medias to view other stuff. It's rotten. It's terrible. It is terrible. People will say anything about you. They have absolutely no filter. They don't care. I've had people then come back and apologize later and say, I was having a bad day. So they just take it out on everybody. They probably leave 100 bad comments that day and they do not care. Does all of this about the economy ever take a toll on you? I'm being asked that question on Instagram, and not at all. I feel empowered by the information. So some people say, it's negative. You're always negative. Look, I'm giving an alternate view to what the mainstream media is giving, okay? They are unwilling to give a realistic view of what's happening, and I'm just giving you the information. So I would say that no, I feel very empowered by that, walking around in a world in which people are completely uninformed. The average person derives, I've seen people that I know that derive their knowledge from little tidbits of like sitcoms, where they might mention an anecdote and they mention that, and that's their source of knowledge. I mean, okay, yeah, it might be true, but the level of oh man, it's not good. It's scary. It's scary. If you want to be entertained, read a book. Reading a book is so fantastic. It's so fantastic. And there's no excuse. Even listen to an audiobook if you don't have the time, while you're walking, while you're driving, while you're exercising. Get that in your head. I mean, the entertainment factor is incredible. Where reality is not inherently negative. I agree, Eric. I agree. An asset improves life or gives life that is physical and is in your possession. Certainly could be. So it looks like, based on what you guys are saying in here, that this could be extended. So we'll see. We're talking about the eviction moratoriums. That's the number one factor for today. If anybody is watching this live right now, what's going to happen with all these videos is that they go unlisted after I'm off, okay? You can still find them on my Twitter. You can still find them on my Facebook. So that will give you the ability to then go back and watch it if you need to, if you caught in the middle or whatever. But I need to make them unlisted. I got so many hate messages from people telling me, don't do lives. I don't like lives. I'm scared of the live. It's too bright. It's too colorful. There's kittens everywhere. I'm confused. Look, I'm going to make them. First of all, this is very casual. This is just me hanging out. We're just hanging out. Okay. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to make it unlisted. You can still watch it if you're interested, but ultimately the most value is derived from when you are here live. Okay. I'm being honest with you guys, right? Obviously, because I can answer your questions, we could talk back and forth. But are you going to watch an hour and a half live video the next day or a week later? Probably not, right? Because I'll be back the next day. So ultimately, that's what I'm going to do. I will make it unlisted, so it will still be there present. You could watch it on Twitter. You could watch it on Facebook. They will remain there. What are you reading right now? I'm listening to the audiobook version of Principles by Ray Dalio. Prior to that, I always listen when I do my exercise. I was listening to three trading books about swing trading and day trading. I can't remember the exact name. I have the Audible, Amazon Audible that I use, and it's just one book after the other. Wanted to say you being live now and then really makes it more like a truth friend. Awesome. Thank you. Hillbilly City on Instagram. Thank you for that. Thank you for coming on in. Yeah. Ultimately, it has not helped the channel, though. I'll be honest with you. Doing the lives has definitely not helped the channel in terms of the algorithm yet, but I'm hopeful that something will turn around. I'm really trying to do my best to get this information out to people, but the views are just gone. I was thinking about doing an interview with somebody. Many people have asked me. Van Meter, I think is his last name. Stephen Van Meter, something like that. I know a lot of people have said do an interview with him. He talks about deflation and so on. I would do an interview with him, so I'll contact him. I'm also thinking about contacting Alessio Rastani. I tried to contact him once, but probably not in the best way I could. I know a lot of people, they're getting emails all the time, right? But and I'm one of the only people who actually responds to their emails. If anybody wants to email me at any time, you join the insiders right here at themoneygps.com, and you reply to the emails that come to you. That's for you, TikTok. That's for you, Instagram, YouTube, everybody else. I'm one of the very, very few people that actually makes their email address available so that you can contact me and we can, I can't give you big in-depth responses, but I will definitely reply to you. It takes me a day, it takes me 2 days, it takes me a little while, but I do what I can. Okay, guys? No other YouTuber around will do this. Johnny Bravo. I heard of that guy. Try another platform. I am on probably about 10 platforms. So definitely I'm on many platforms. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? That's a good question, actually. Let's just say there won't be many people around. Do one with Gregory Mannarino. Okay. What do you guys think of that? I have to say you're one of the best. Thank you. Good night. Thanks for the live. Thank you for coming on in. Keep up the great work. Seriously, man, great channel, great information. It would be neat to see some Canadian financial wizards given their opinion. Same guys singing same song on most channels. Yeah, you want to see some Canadians? Great channel, great. It would be neat to see some Canadian financial wizards. Yeah, we need more, definitely more Canadian information. I agree with that. Bitcoin, yeah. Not Gregory, yeah, Ron Paul. I would love to. I don't know how to get a hold of him. I don't know how to get a hold of Ron Paul, but I would love to just talk to him. What do you think of Yanis? Yeah, I remember during the Greek crisis, he was very vocal. If I'm not mistaken, they booted him out, and then he was more vocal after that. I don't know enough about it to give an opinion, to be honest with you. Fluffy kitties. Ron Paul charges 50,000 to speak. Yeah, but not on interviews online, because I know there's been smaller YouTubers that have done interviews with him, so I'm sure they didn't pay him. Yeah, so my whole thing about the interviews, like the interview that I did yesterday with the gentleman from Cayman Islands, it's to bring you a completely different perspective, not necessarily on the financial topics. It's like this person, for instance, the gentleman yesterday was Evan. He worked for the hospitality industry in Cayman Islands. And I did that specifically because, well, first of all, I watched his videos before, and they're nice because you get to see the beach and so on. It's very positive and very calming. And so I thought, you know what, it would be interesting because the guy was working for the Ritz-Carlton. The whole island shut down. What happened? I want to know. I want to know from them because the information is controlled, right? So I bring that information directly to you in that way. So that's the whole point. Thank you, TikTok, for being here. Does the difference between, this is TikTok's question, does the difference between false government stats and the real economy introduce instability? So it should, and that's the information I bring, but doesn't seem to be the case until you have a big problem and then they say, oh my goodness. Like, for example, the Department of Labor they specifically said the numbers that we are giving are not accurate, but we do not go back and retroactively fix them, so you will see incorrect numbers. They put that, and they're talking about the unemployment rate. They put that in the fine print. It was mentioned in the mainstream articles, but have you heard about that in the unemployment rate? No, they just mentioned the unemployment rate, but they literally admitted that the way that they calculated it was wrong, and that it should be much worse. The unemployment rate should be much worse. This is horrible. We need kittens too. We got the Instagram saying we need kittens. I know. I probably could figure out how to do it there. Best country citizenship for economical safety. I think you need more than one. You could check out a guy named Nomad Capitalist who has some information. I tried to do an interview with him to get you that information on this channel, and the secretary rejected me. I'm the most rejected channel. This is the most rejected channel on YouTube. It's hilarious. 10 years on YouTube. What will the Fed do? This is Instagram asking the question. What will the Fed do when the inflation rate picks up? I think eventually they will increase interest rates. All right. Bernard, thank you very much for the support. Really appreciate that. An hour and 24 minutes in. My goodness. Yeah, they Cayman Islands interview was excellent. Canadian guy, no less. Yes, yes, true. Originally from Canada, moved to Cayman Islands like 6 years ago. Yeah, absolutely. It's just interesting to hear other perspectives. I don't have to agree with everything, right? I want to do that. I want to bring people on that just give a totally different, like I did the 3D printed house. I brought that interview out there. Not many people watched it, but I thought it was just interesting. I just want to know about new stuff, cool stuff, right? Salente, Gerald Salente. Yeah, I gotta try. I don't know how to contact a lot of these people because they make it sort of difficult, and I understand why. They get sort of a barrage of emails and comments and so on. Raging Crypto, were you on? Were you on Clubhouse? That was fun. When we did the Clubhouse, it was really fun, guys. Um, yeah, that was good. I was thinking about also doing Clubhouse at the same time. It's just too many. I got literally five different platforms going at once. I got screens and cameras all over looking at me. I got one over here with the control room on this side. I got just, it's crazy. It's crazy to see this setup right now. Shadow Stats has the real data. Yes, yes, yes. Will the kittens get evicted too? Unfortunately, I think they will. I'm making 3D print designs myself. I'm trying to make a design so I could 3D print a new soul. I saw something, I don't know if you guys saw this. They 3D printed, soft 3D printed, I think it's called. They made a hand and it was very, very fluid. It's not a robot and it uses like pressure or something. And it was playing a Super Mario game and was able to manipulate with the fingers. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy how lifelike it was, at least in the video that they showed. Unbelievable. Peter Schiff and Jill Salente together here. They should come on the live. I was thinking about trying to do it live too, but it just might be too chaotic. Haptic sensors. Okay, guys, I'm going to take off in a couple minutes here. TikTok, thank you for being here. We got 5 people in the house. I'm going to be ending in the next couple minutes. I want to thank you for that. Somebody's talking about Mises. Love that. We got people on the Instagram. Going on vacation. Vacation. What's that? Every single day, the Money GPS brings a video to you. I'm frozen. I am frozen on YouTube, apparently. I don't know if anybody could hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, everybody at TikTok, I'm going off. See you tomorrow. Take care. Instagram, take care.